Hello everybody, today I'm going to share with you some very nice vintage Westinghouse showcase lamps. Now these were used, of course, in showcases, whether it be your china cabinet or a showcase in a store. It was just an option of linear illumination at the time. I'm sure it was sold right along the Lumaline type of bulbs that had the contacts on either end. At least if I remember correctly, they were called Lumaline. And this was another option. Maybe Lumaline is a little older than this, but this is definitely something that can still be used today because you don't need the special sockets to run the bulb. So anyway, these are all the exact same. I've picked them up recently. So let's go ahead and take a look at one of them. We have a very nice Westinghouse packaging with all the Westinghouse logos. I always really liked that design. And we have our etch here at the end. We'll take a look at some of the etches because they're all the same, but they're all stamped slightly different because, you know, sometimes it's not that centered. See, that one's not that perfect. This one looks a lot better. You got a 3 there in the middle of some dots. They're varying voltage. This one's got a smushed end on it. They're all 40 watts and frosted like this with the same stamp on the end. So we'll go ahead and take this one out. This one I don't think I've taken out yet. As you can tell, these are incredibly dusty dirty. Look at that beautiful blue glass insulator. Oh, that's amazing. Very, very nice. We'll take a look at the etch here on the end again. 40 watt Westinghouse with its date code USA 115 to 125 volt. You can see the backbone of the filament holder here. Of course, you have your filament there in the middle, just like a piano bulb. Now, I want to compare this in size to some things. So we have a typical 15 watt fluorescent tube here. You can see that that is a lot longer than the showcase lamp. But for example, in stores, this is something that took over that. So put that aside. One thing that I think it's definitely a lot more sizable to is the 8 watt fluorescent tube. As you can see, it's pretty much the same size. The only thing that makes it a little bigger is the pins sticking off the end of the bulb itself. So that's a little size comparison there. I don't really have any frosted ones like this in my collection. Usually you find the clear ones. So really unique. Nowadays you see this kind of bulb used in, you know, artsy lighting, architectural lighting, whatever it may be, vintage, steampunk, whatever. So it's a very still useful bulb, even though the showcases don't need them anymore. So we have our socket. Go ahead and screw in the dusty end there. That looks neat. We'll turn everything off. Let's give it a whirl. Very nice incandescent glow. We have a couple I wanted to point out the filament holders, and you can see them there, the little pinches in the filament. That's where the little holders are for the filament. You can see it's unstable because they really have to thin this thing out to get it to go the whole length. It's definitely dimmer than 40 watts, maybe like a 25 watt bulb or somewhere around there. But I mean, trying to hold this thing as still as I can, and it's just a really wobbly, you have to be very careful with these, I think. I mean, look at the filament just, you know, wobble when you do anything. That's not showing up so good on camera. I wish it would. So, but very cool. You know, these can be used for a lot of different things other than the showcase lighting. But it's always nice to find some old vintage bulbs. Well, that just doesn't want to focus on anything at all. There we go. Well, very cool. I really hope you enjoyed this quick little video of these old Westinghouse 40 watt showcase bulbs. Also, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. And thank you very much for watching.